looked like, but it just did not work out the way they wanted to.
It was okay, but it really didn't find the momentum they really needed that game. I'm sure they were looking for a lot of picks, especially on Vikings. But anyway, next map is going to be the Tomb of the Spider Queen.
That's right, Moonglade. So we are going to see the gank map. It's all about moving between these line of sight blockers, the smoke, and a player like, or a character like Kael'thas is not going to be very strong on this map simply because he can get ganked easily. We have seen some really good disengages, some good gravity lapses from him in this series, so he might be able to make it work, but it is a riskier pick. Kerrigan, Zeratul, these picks are really solid on this map.
Yeah, this is the map I was expecting to see Kerrigan on. Wouldn't be surprised if we see her again, but maybe Auriemant's confidence in her is maybe a little less after that last game. Could also see Sonya, fantastic on this map as well.
Yeah.
Basically, any sort of gank here, rotating here is going to do a lot of work here.
The two most important things on this map are your ability to gank and also your ability to wave clear, because wave clear is what's going to get you the gems that you can then turn in.
This would have certainly been Snake's map pick as well, right? I believe so.
Yes, yes, you're actually right, because they had the first map pick. It switches every time, basically.
Yeah, it makes sense as well. They certainly seem more fitted for this kind of map. They're really known for their rotations and aggression, so I'm excited to see what they're going to bring.
Oh, I'm really excited to see if the Abathur ban still stays, because he's also quite strong on this map. But we haven't seen him yet today, so would expect to see a first ban here on Abathur.
Yeah, well,
from Snake. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, Zeratul, I think, is going to be a little bit more scary on this map as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets one of the first bans.
DK. See what they decide to go for here. They're actually discussing it, not an insta-ban like we've seen the insta-logs for the first two games.
Yeah, things get a little more, I guess, deeper into the mind games now that we've seen like both teams win a game. They're both looking very strong. I'm sure Snake was really thought they could win that last game. They had the momentum. They lost it right at the end there. So maybe a little shaken up.
If we see a Sonya ban here, it means DK is hoping they're going to get Abathur. I think the Sonya ban might be what we see otherwise.
Yeah? You think it's going to be Sonya?
Either Sonya or Abathur here.
I think I don't know if we'd see Abathur on this map because it is a bit smaller. There's that Zeratul. There's much less of the lane presence on that map. Uther the next one.
A great ban here from Snake. I think Uther is seeing much more play, much more success than the other heroes that get banned in this phase, like Abathur, like Zeratul. He's got like the highest win rate in the league at 80% or something crazy like that.
It's ridiculous. And okay, let's see what the first pick is going to be for DK. Let's see what they want to go for. They want to go for
Abathur. If they want that comp, it's tough to pull off on this map, but if that's what they want to build,
I don't think they will. I don't think anyone's confident for Abathur on this map, right? It's too small of a map for an Abathur to sit in a lane. Too much aggression going on, but
this is a unique place because Uther is banned, so we might even see a first pick Jaina.
Jaina would be bad.
Johanna, coming into this.
Yeah, Johanna makes sense. Leoric as well, but it is DK, so probably more likely to go off this than one of those heroes.
Let's see. I mean, they are wasting well, not wasting, but spending, I should say, their entire bonus.
Big discussion of how they want to play this composition.
Noblesse, the playmaker. There, you see a shot of him.
Yeah, calling all the shots. It's interesting. They just can't decide. They got 35 seconds left, and I don't know, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I don't know what happens then.
Well, the rest of the draft is going to be weak, and it is going to be first pick Jaina. They take it away from Mong, but let's see if Mong is comfortable with Kael'thas. We're not going to see that in these early picks, but if he picks Kael'thas on this map, it will be proven that he is the best Kael'thas in the world.
Well, that's going to prove that he is very confident on such an aggressive map. I don't think we'll see Kael'thas this time as well.
I don't think so.
It's not a late game kind of map where you can sit there and work up the chain bomb and beyond. I think you're going to be really worried about those early rotations and early aggression for that map control.
Sure. Well, the first picks here will likely revolve around the tank
and DPS to start things off.
I think
I feel like we could see Kerrigan again there from Auriemant.
I think Kerrigan's probably going to be the last pick. DK might be looking for the second ban phase to stop that. Because obviously, even though Auriemant did lose the previous set, he's the best Kerrigan in this league.
Could go for a Sonya as well. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if they chose a Sonya.
Muradin first. And Sonya, you're absolutely right.
Boom. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's such a powerful hero. They want to get it before it gets banned out, right? It got banned out last time.
Yeah, an insane amount of wave clear and sustain in the lane. And this puts DK in a position where they probably want to grab Johanna because Leoric is just so weak in lane versus Sonya, especially on a small map like this.
Yeah.
Leoric, of course, is great at wave clear, though.
Look at that Murden stats, 14 to 6,
Impressive.
70% win rate. It's impressive. I just can't imagine him being picked that much, but I guess he has been. It flies over my head sometimes.
It's really interesting they grab Johanna here because 2 tanks have already been taken from Snake. You'd think they want to take some DPS away.
Well, I think the scary thing for DK is they choose you like Johanna next, and a healer, and then a DPS or something, so they have like a very melee-heavy sort of composition. But Sonya's, she does sick damage. If she has like a couple of tanks to help her out as well, like, and Johanna could help out a lot in that composition.
Well, DK definitely doesn't have a lot of time to think about this because they use so much of their bonus pool in their first pick. I would like to see a damage here. It's going to be Malfurion instead.
All right, so they want to make sure they get that healer, so Snake does not.
You know what's really scary here is if DK just bans Rhaegar going to the next pick. Banning Kharazim wouldn't even be that bad either because Kharazim is often used in conjunction with Sonya.
Yeah, that's very true. Zagara going to be the ban for Snake.
Trying to take that DPS away. Zagara a great hero on this map because of her creep vision.
Could get rid of Sylvanas as well from DK if they don't want to deal with that. That's also a very powerful hero on this map.
Yeah, I would say Sylvanas is solid. Getting rid of Vala here is solid, and honestly, I'd say banning Kharazim, considering Snake's ability to use him with Sonya together, is also not a bad ban here. Just try to stop that combo of having Kharazim and Sonya up in the base, just healing constantly and staying alive.
Still thinking hard about it. They got not long
There's
left.
the Kharazim.
All right, Kharazim.
I really like this pick. I think it's really intelligent because we have seen Snake love to use Kharazim with Sonya together.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're not going to be too sad about having to pick up a Rhaegar, for instance. Still
Sure.
a very powerful hero for these heroes as well. Just got to make sure he gets those Ancestrals, which is the very important thing.
I think Vala is a great next pick here.
Yeah, they have all the time in the world. Leoric's going to be their secondary tank, though.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's basically a triple tank comp, you know?
Yeah, well, essentially Muradin's like the big tank. You got Leoric, the damage slash tanky, survivability one. Then
Sonya's like a
Sonya's-
bruiser, basically.
She's a bruiser. She's like gets in your face and does a lot of damage, but is also tanky and has like slight amounts of heal as well.
Yeah.
So she's powerful in this kind of lineup.
They need a damage, though. I think either Vala or, to be honest,
Yeah,
I'm
they
going to
need-
say Kael'thas or Vala. I'm going to go with one of those two.
I'm gonna say Sylvanas. I'm gonna bring that out there and be like, yo, Sylvanas.
Sylvanas is good. You know, she does have that big silence as well, and pushing the lanes she's incredible at, as well as pushing down turrets,
Yeah.
towers, disabling.
Could use a little bit more lane clearing on this kind of map.
Both Sylvanas and Vala are great because they have a great escape.
Yeah, that is true.
The vault, and of course, just like Sylvanas' Ghost Spirit teleport.
Vala's just like straight up damage too, which makes a lot of sense. Like they need like a chunky range damage that's gonna help out a lot.
There's a lot of discussion going on this, and obviously the last pick most likely to be Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Especially with triple tank, I mean, it makes sense.
At the very least, it's gonna be a healer, so they can worry about that loss. There's no way they have to worry about that until the 5th and final pick.
Going down to 20 seconds remaining. And let's see what they want to take here. Kerrigan is still an option, okay?
Oh, Raynor. Well,
Okay.
there's your chunky DPS, though it's going to be more in the late game where he really comes online. Just a great range DPS in general, though.
Hyperion is also very strong on this map.
That is true. That is very true.
All right, let's see what's going to close things out for DK. Now, they definitely want some more range damage and a secondary tank. Arthas, no doubt they'll pick it this time. Arthas and
Arthas,
perhaps...
Sylvanas. I'm just going to stick with Sylvanas until some team picks it.
I think Arthas and Sylvanas or
I love that. Vala?
Vala, yeah. Gotta grab Arthas, though. Give SC some love. He needs to show his Arthas
Yeah,
skill.
he needs to they need to tie up these 3 melee heroes. You know, they need someone to kind of slow them down from getting to the back line, right?
Listen, imagine Arthas Howling Blast hits multiple heroes. You've got Vala doing strafe plus that blizzard damage.
Oh my god.
Damage.
Damage.
That's
Well,
right.
let's see. I truly hope DK does not go for that single tank composition again.
Yeah, I really want to see Arthas
It
here.
did work last time though, so I shouldn't be even hoping for anything. That's right, we're not judging anything anymore.
No judging.
No
I'm just
judging.
hoping for the Arthas pick. Show me SC. That's right.
There we go.
Arthas.
All right, we got it. Now for Snake.
Snake definitely gonna go with Rhaegar here. It makes sense.
I got that feeling.
I mean, what's left? Brightwing, Tyrande, the Tyrande comp, the dream.
The dream, the heals that are lacking for a melee composition. That would be sadness.
They pick Lieutenant Morales. I'm like, that's illegal. That's Lily.
That's Lily.
Whoa.
All right. Well, we have not seen her before.
This is her first time being used in this tournament.
The only time I see Lily is in my solo queue when I lose. Well, let's see what these guys can do with it. Clearly, they're pro.
Well, it does give an interesting amount of heal to the entire team, going for weakest to
1,000 jugs, man. Drop that. Get to level 20. You get the multi-one. See exactly how that build unfolds. We don't normally see a Lily, but I do like it.
We'll be following this very closely. I like the comp with Rainer's inspire ability to all these melee heroes, especially Sonya up at the front lines.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
They could take Hyperion for extra building clear, or they could go for the Raiders to just win a little bit more ganking.
Raiders are going to kind of like really zone out one of the DPS as well. If the Banshees are sitting on one of them, they're going to have to really pull back and disengage.
Well, guys, let's go into game number 3 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game 3 has begun. DK versus Snake. We are going to see Snake spawning on the red side, DK on the blue side. And yet again, another very exciting draft. A more standard lineup of players on DK's side.
At least, but this Lily just changes my life. It's just ridiculous.
It's out of control, in fact.
It actually is insane right now. Let's see how it works out there. Very simple hero. Spam that Q and keep everyone alive.
Yeah, if you're a newer player, definitely pick up Lily. If you want to be a support player. SC getting caught here early. Howling Blast misses as well, so kind of a bad trade there.
Yeah.
And Tisk can actually stun.
Oh, he's looking for just kind of wave clearing right now and trading out HP.
Oh man, stunning into the Drain Hope as well.
Yeah, gotta be careful there. Definitely DK taking a lot more damage in that trade-off here. Kong though, caught out a little bit. Oh, getting low. Cannot be going down at this point. Big rotation up there.
Big rotation up indeed. Oriman though does get rooted.
Oh man, why is Kong back in there?
There's no heals for him there.
No heals whatsoever. They could be following it up once again. Oriman going to be going down.
Goes down. Noblesse with a great condemn. Kong comes back online, but a bit slower, I think, than they were expecting.
Yeah. Well, good trades early on for DK that really got that momentum behind them, especially after that last game.
2 early kills and already building towards that level 3. Level 4, of course, going to be the more important tier.
Look at that experience lead. Just a slight at this point, but still, something to note. They're going to get level 3 first. They should at least.
Vola trying to deny some gems in the bot lane, but it's not going to be successful. Keep a close eye on the remaining gems, by the way, guys. In the UI, you can see it right below Malfurion and Sonya, how many gems are available overall globally for the team.
All right, well, it's really the name of the game when it comes to this map. It's all about rotating with your team, clearing each lane so you do have the experience from each one, and just avoiding the ganks.
Speaking of ganks, Kong comes in, finds SC, but he's not going to be able to follow anything up. Looks like a slightly better trade. That Condemn, though.
Oh, nice
into
Condemn.
Howling Blast. Nice combo here. So much damage already on the Snake.
Still, Noblesse getting very low right now. He's almost dead. He does go down. Jim Raynor with the final shot like he did against Tychus.
You keep bringing that up. It's a sad story, man.
It sticks with me, man. It was a very deep story. StarCraft 2.
Tychus, one of my favorite characters, man.
He still is, man. Thank God they brought him back for Heroes of the Storm.
Maybe he'll come back in Legacy, like they brought back Stukov.
Yeah, maybe he's infested. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be a shame, though. I liked him when he was badass Terran.
That skin in the game, man, could be some foreshadowing. That's the Tychus skin.
It's a little bit of a hint there.
Yeah, perhaps so.
Easter egg. Well, still rotations for both sides here.
Yeah, we saw basically the winning blow there from Raynor, but it was mostly the Drain Hope that did all the damage, which stacks over time. So the longer you're connected, if you can keep chaining slows into that player, you're going to be able to keep sapping the life.
Rotations again and again. And even in experience, just trading once again. Tisk getting pretty low, avoids the Howling Blast. SC looks like he was going to be the target. They changed their mind there. Oriman just doing a lot of damage, a lot of AoE, not planning really much there.
Well, notice that Lily actually takes the Mass Vortex talent, which means that it actually hits 4 enemies, her Blinding Wind, so that way you actually make
That's
more
cool.
characters miss in a fight.
I like that. That's a pretty cool idea. So see how that works out.
Pretty solid.
Just make things a little bit easier for at least the start of it. Tist in deep once again.
Just decides to disengage instead. Vala getting a lot of EXP bot lane during all of this. That's uncontested. Lyric finally rotating down. See another engage here, perhaps?
Oh, maybe. Looks like it.
Oh, man, these condemns into Howling Blasts have been incredible here so far.
They're actually ridiculous. Really great predicts in the Howling Blasts.
And because Noblesse took the talent that reduces the cooldown for how many enemies hit, he can just keep using it over and over and over again.
Yeah, I do like that talent. It's something we've been seeing more and more, especially from TK.
It's like, don't take it in Hero League, but in the tournament, it's great. Tiz taking a lot of damage here, and look at that.
Well.
SC coming in with his art display, and down goes Kino.
Uh-oh,
and down goes Tist as well.
Warrior Man might be next. They're going to be solo. Everyone is solo Kong.
Oh, they're just staying way too long against a ranged composition with Jaina and Bala plus the stuns.
They're trading like that. They can't be trading like that because they're mostly melee. The only range they have is Raynor, and he doesn't really come online just yet, and he's on a lane of his own.
Yeah.
Monk's been up the top. By the way, I love that skin.
It's a sick skin.
That is a sweet skin.
They have enough gems to actually get a turn in here. I think they will. Oh, just one off with Crazy Moving. They're going to need just one. SC, the best Arthas in the world.
The best Howling Blast, that's for sure. Uh-oh.
1 gem away. If Jaehyun gets in there, they can turn it in. Actually, if anyone gets in there.
Anyone does.
Orioman has 28 gems. He's up here in the front lines. Tist and Orioman doing a lot of tanking, but there's no follow-up damage.
No, they really have to commit fully if they want to try and kill these, kill anyone from DK, essentially.
And Mong needs to be there if that's going to be the case.
He has to be there. It looks like he's just really sitting in that lane, making sure they get an experience that they so desire. Because they're down a level already. They're catching up, but still a bit of a deficit there. Ooh, whiff.
Oops.
Whoopsie doodle.
All right. Well, just going into this mid game, we're just going to see constant engagement still. There's the first turn, and it actually goes to Snake, so they're going to get a little bit more momentum. Now, this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. This might actually push them to level 10 a little bit faster, but they need to get that EXP lead back.
Yeah.
They need to work well with these
They're going to have
web
to do
weavers.
some serious damage if they want to get that experience lead there. Look how far behind they are, almost an entire level. This will really even it up if they can start claiming towers, but I don't even know if it's going to be enough, to be honest.
You see Noblesse up here working with his ability to do extra damage to minions, already clearing that top lane. The only one that really remains here is the, or actually, excuse me, the mid lane. Now the top lane's the only one that remains. Noblesse pushing it down.
Yeah, just beating it all down. Very easily done there. They are 9 each now, but still a little bit of a lead for DK.
This is not enough. This is not what Snake wanted. They wanted to find more, but good defense here.
And look at the turn-in from DK. They're going to get that with 1 gem. They get a space for 1 hand-in. They've got it. So that's going to really give them the lead. And they're going to get to level 10 first beyond that.
Here's the engage Orioman was looking for. So much sustain there on that engage. Kong comes in as well, but without his heroic, he's not able to find much. Mongdi getting a little bit of extra damage there, but you see, until they have their heroics, these sort of engages do not work.
Certainly.
They need the jugs. They need either Hyperion or the Raiders.
Yeah, and look at the Condemn. Like, it completely displaced Sonya during that fight as well. Like, she couldn't stay on a target because the peel from Johanna is just simply too strong.
The thing is, there's just not a lot of CC on Snake. The only CC they really have is Raynor's push, which isn't much of a CC, or the stun from Herd, and they don't have a big engage.
Got that little one from Ancient Spear as well, but that's not really much.
It's tiny, it does allow her to engage, but there's no follow-up stun. It's not like she can jump in and then there's going to be a big stun on everybody or a Void Prism.
There's no real guarantee of that. I guess when Raynor, he gets his penetrating round talent, that's going to stun them up with the first shot. It'll change things up a little bit, but that's still a little while away. Warrior-Man, a Void's going to get there, but taking a lot of damage.
Here's the Hyperion coming up. And we do see SC taking a lot of damage, but he's doing the tanking he needs to. Kong is up in the front lines, has to teleport back.
Those Jugs doing a lot as well. Tisto getting pretty low. He's going to get out Dwarf Cost, keeping him alive.
The problem is that engage for Snake happened during the Web Weavers being against them. So every second they use in a fight that goes even, the Web Weavers continue to push.
Never seen him die like that before. I don't know if I just don't watch him or is that like unique?
Might be a special Korean animation.
I'm not sure.
For TV purposes.
Yeah, maybe.
Keeping it safe for the kids.
I like that. Keeps me happy. Well, Still, DK pressing the issue here. Going to be DPSing down, damaging down another tower. Could have stopped saying DPS, Wolf.
That's all right. You can say it. It's fine.
I like it, but
They're going to damage per second down that tower.
something I'm used to say.
Ah, it's all
I
right.
don't even know where it came from.
It's all right.
It's because I played WoW, I think, way long ago, and it just stuck with me.
Hey, there's a lot of heroes from that universe in this game.
Yeah, there we go. See, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
There's always a reason.
Well, this actually could be a free turn in here for DK.
It is. Look at that.
Instantly, you're going to get a second set of web weavers here, and a lot of the cannon towers are actually very low and actually out of ammo. So this next swap one is going to be so strong. If you can get them this quickly together, the ammo doesn't have much time to recharge.
It really does not, and they could be looking for a very quick level 13. As long as they keep at least, if they can get rid of like at least one fort, they almost guarantee it, I have to say.
Oh, let's see if the Howling Blast here for SC is good. The Condemn only
finds
gets
it.
one. They find Tist at least, but he should be able to escape with a Dwarf Toss, but so much damage put on here.
And just instantly as well. Like, if they found a squishy target with that, like they're just going to blow up either Sonya, semi-squishy-ish, maybe a little bit, but more so Lili and Monged.
Yeah.
Kinu and Monged.
Notice that they just continue to push this while the other lanes are being pushed because there's very little ammo on these cannon turrets.
Yeah, look at that. They're working on that fort, but looks like we're going to see a team fight from Snake to push them back. They're trying, they're positioning, looking for the initiate. They're going to get rid of that web weaver though, and that should really quell this push.
Orioman is trying to find something here, as well as Kong, trying to find something on Sniper. A good, way to escape here. He gets Howling Blasted, but he's still got his Wraith Walk available. Here we go. We're going to have another fight here. Here comes Tist from the top.
Just kind of out of place here. They turned around and went on him. Didn't say that word.
Here we go.
Ooh, big stun onto Johanna for a second there, but Tist already pretty low.
Where's that Water Elemental going? He needs to actually turn around and start fighting. Actually targeting it now onto Orioman. A great Tranquility here. Multi-stun from Johanna. Down goes Orioman first. SC still healing himself here. And Lili's Jugs keeping everybody alive, but not for very long.
Oh, just not enough here. Lili could be the next target as well. Kinu solo.
East out Kinu, and guess what? Because the Web Weavers just eliminated all this ammo, they could push this down. They could rotate up top or bot. They're going to get at least another fort, and they already have that level 13 advantage you were talking about.
They're soon to be level 14, working their way up to 15 after a fort, or they're
going to boss.
Going for that boss. Oh my goodness.
They actually just have enough DPS to do this, I think. And Johanna is going to actually come up as well, so they're going to be super safe about this.
They're claiming this one for sure. They're getting this. They're going to be pushing the top lane. It's going to give them such a lead in experience. And they've just realized a little too late. Snake in a bad place right now.
Now this boss should easily at least get this top fort, and they can kind of rotate back, grab mana, and go into lanes, as all lanes are pushed to the mid at this point. They also still have 51 gems to 18, so they've got a lot more stock piled up for another turn-in.
This is, it's such a bad time for the Web Weavers to be up, considering like they're dealing with a boss. They're not in place to really push a lane.
Yeah.
It's going to push the lanes out, I guess, but beyond that, it's not going to be really doing much building damage.
Yeah, it's almost as if it might even have been a mistake to grab them at this timing, because DK just back. They're all at full mana, insane wave clear power on this team. Look at how quickly these are going to get down. With every lane push, these Web Weavers are essentially just defending at this point.
Here we go. Looks like Snake going to find one lane. It's going to be that mid lane, and top lane is also left unchecked for the moment.
All right, they don't have 16 talents yet, and 13 is up for Snake, so DK does need to be careful.
Big damage, actually, on the Noblesse. Pulling out Tist, though, so low.
Tist does go down. And look at this extra damage here from Sniper. Hiding back. The Jugs keeps everyone alive temporarily, and the Hyperion is going to help push, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, Jugs just isn't enough for these fights. Like, once again, like, Jugs are active, but still, Noblesse went down, or Muradin went down.
So how Jugs works, for those of you guys who don't know, is it just automatically heals repeatedly the weakest hero in the area, but it's single target rapidly until it eventually heals everybody, because as you heal the weakest target, someone else becomes the weakest target. You keep healing everybody. Whereas an ability like Tranquility just repeatedly heals everyone the same amount. So you're constantly keeping everybody alive. And, something like Tranquility, or excuse me, Ancestral will give a burst healing to one character. So
absolutely. And look at this big hand in. And now Snake going to be on the back foot once again. They're in a good place right now. Kong took a bit of damage, but they're all around the area at least.
Because Lili has to stay so far at back as well, she can't use her Blinding Wind to as much effectiveness to cause these characters to miss. She has to be at the back, because if she gets stunned during the Jugs, that's it, it's over.
It really is. She's a pretty fragile healer if you look at her.
Not as tanky as some of the other more popular types. And no escape either.
No escape. Oh, she's got that little run that helps her a little bit.
She like runs a little bit faster, but that's about it.
That's bad. It's nothing to write home about.
This is a really strong push here with level 16.
Scary. Uh-oh, Leoric in a bit of trouble here. Kong gonna get out of here.
He has to get away. He escapes, but at what cost? He's already lost a ton of his hit points.
Yeah, they had to use all of the well before it blew up as well.
They are actually going to get a keep off of this at least. Look at this. The top lane being pushed close to the keep as well.
Yeah, way too much. Level 17 to 14, by the way, so they do have that talent lead, something we haven't really noted.
Plus all the scaling damage from 3 levels of hit points, attack damage, ability damage.
Snake in such a bad place right now. They're giving up this fort.
Hyperion's not going to save this fort.
It
shouldn't. Keep.
It shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, this keep is certainly going down.
The spiders are going to get it. SC is howling blasted. Moonfire gets it.
Oh, man. That does a lot of damage in the late game.
That's actually true.
It's actually a sick spell.
Well,
take the extra damage out of it.
Still without level 16 talents, it's going to be tough for Snake to defend their bot keep now. Top is pushed as well. Sony had to rotate up there to clear that. Now she's coming back down.
Yeah, they could actually just claim this one. It's going to be a team fight. Surely they don't want to fight underneath it without any minions to kind of take the hits from the keep. But they're certainly looking favored. And they're just kind of positioning here to get rid of that well and start working it once again. Nearly level 16 is Snake.
As soon as they hit 16, I think it's time to leave for DK. It's just too risky to keep pushing the issue. Raynor took Giant Killer, which is going to be good versus this composition. I like that choice a lot.
His right click is going to get insane. It's already looking that way. And once he gets to level 20 as well, Nexus Frenzy comes online, he gets that much scarier again. He could turn around pretty quickly.
Because Lily, again, is so unable to get the front lines, I don't think we've even seen a single Shrink Ray out of her as well, which makes that a wasted talent pick at level 13.
Look at that.
Oh, Noblesse with a good condemn here, but it's not enough. The Howling Blast this time misses.
Going to rotate out here. It was a bad place to be, but Noblesse was face checking, so he's safe enough. Johanna very tanky at this point in the game.
Just shield glaring the spot, rotating him. Everyone mounts up on the chase. Another missed Howling Blast.
Waiting for that condemn. Oh, look at this. They're chasing down Kong, actually. Kind of an ambitious move considering that is Leoric.
Yeah, he's going to get away.
Oh, they found Monk for a second.
Uh-oh, this might be a mistake to actually engage this far with Noblesse, but down goes the Water Elemental onto Tist, and they're going to burst him down first. And look at that Tranquility to follow up. Noblesse going really deep, and a missed March of the Black King here from Kong. Down he goes.
They got him. Monk's actually taking down Noblesse, but look at this. Sniper could be the next target. Oriman running for his life now.
Oh, they want to grab Kinu, it looks like. Can they do it?
No, they're getting it up.
I think it was worth it. They engage overall.
Ooh, would they dare?
I don't think so.
No, not yet. I think they'd be waiting for it too this time. They're not going to let that happen again.
Just going to get a little mini turn in here.
You
got
nearly have enough
in total, yeah. This is a scary moment because there's no vision of boss or the turn-ins right now for a Snake, so they actually have to rotate up. Leoric checks boss, and they're like, oh, God, I guess we didn't stop either. Now it's too late to stop the turn-ins, so they get the Bruiser camp. So that fight gave them a lot of small advantages on top of their already huge level lead that's getting closer to 20, very dangerous times.
Big game changer. Once they got those Storm talents, like it's going to be so hard for Snake to ever take a fight until they catch up.
They don't have much hard engage, and if they try to grab Jaina or Vala with Bolt, they're going to escape easily. Very few stuns available.
Another turn in begins.
Yeah, they're actually turning in little by little. Pretty rare for Korea.
I think they're just that confident at this point, and Snake knows they have to be so careful about where they are and how they engage. They can't afford to lose another team fight because it's going to mean a keep or even the core.
Or enough gems to turn in multiple more times.
Like, there's so many bad situations that come out of a bad fight right now that it does make sense that they do give up like the map essentially.
I think the best chance, hold that thought, Snake's going to try to jump in here. I think Snake's best chance at this point is to simply turtle. This map's objectives are not incredibly scaled for late game, even though they got buffed in the last patch.
They could do a bit of damage, but yeah, I agree.
This is ambitious.
Bold move here. It does make sense. I think they kind of need to do this to get back into the game. If they get away with it.
You know what? DK is not rotating quickly enough. They're coming up now.
Oh, this could be in time. They scout it.
They're going to zone Noblesse out.
Oh, nearly level 20 as well, but just before it. This could be a good fight for Snake.
Hyperion goes in with Noblesse right in the front. And look at that Tranquility again on top of everybody.
There's that level 20, by the way. Oreo Man going to be the next target to go down. Simply too much
This is going to be a team wipe. This is going to be game over here. DK is going to win the game off of this boss and this team fight. They can not only do this, but they could actually, if they grab those 2 gems that were sitting there, do another turn in.
They could just do like, yeah, they could do whatever.
They're just going to go core here through mid.
Yeah, they might as well just end the game. Such momentum behind DK after that last win, dominating this game, and Snake looking a bit of trouble coming up for this next game. They don't really have an answer anymore.
The Sonya pick, they just didn't have what they wanted to use it with. They ended up getting stuck into Lili.
I don't like Lili one bit. She didn't do anything, and that's why we never see her GG.
GG, indeed. I feel like a Rehgar pick would have been more suited towards their 3-tank comp.